Hey guys, it's been a hot minute since I posted a smoke guide. Today we'll be showing you how I smoke on Ascent. Let's get it. Let's start out here on attacking on A site. There are a couple of ways to smoke A site when you're trying to take A here. So obviously the first smoke would be smoking tree and smoking heaven, just like this.
Smoke's down.
So that way your teammate are able to just take site easily without having to worry about tree and heaven. And if they were to peek out of heaven, you will see them before they see you, kind of thing. You can also smoke like this if you want the entire heaven, since Brimstone has 3 smokes.
Launching smoke.
That way, if they were to just come out, they have to drop out of the smoke, and it's an easier kill for your team. But you know, you can change it up from time to time. As for the heaven smoke, when you are only smoking for heaven, just for one smoke in heaven, I usually like to smoke a little deeper towards the backside of the heaven, just like this. Let me show you the reason why. So if you smoke like this, if the enemy were to come out of this smoke, the entire site can see the person coming out of heaven. However, if you smoke differently, if you smoke like this, a little towards the front,
Launching smoke.
the guy can come out of smoke without people from this side seeing them. That is why I like to smoke a little deeper towards the, so I have the front of the smoke at the edge right here.
Smoke's down.
That way, if they were to come out, they are able to be seen by everyone, like that. See? So that's how I would smoke if I were taking A from A main. Alright, since we're on Ascent, mid control is also quite crucial for site takes. Depending on which site you would like to execute, you could smoke different sight lines in mid. So if we're taking A site, it's a good idea to smoke out bottom mid.
Launching smoke.
That way it allows your team to work out mid to cat easier without having to worry about people from market and from top mid. In order to do a good smoke here at bottom mid, you need to make sure the front of your smoke is in line with this bridge. That way the enemy is not able to peek your teammates or you from this jump up box on cat. So a bad example of this smoke would be like if you smoke really shallow like this, and the enemy will be able to see you cross into cat, and that's a bad smoke. And so you don't want that. You want to smoke deep, in line with the fridge. Make sure you have it in line with the fridge. That way they aren't able to do that. See? They're unable to see cat. So when you and your team make it up to cat, if this is the way you want to go, you can smoke off tree just like this, as well as rafters, A heaven just like
Smoke's
this.
down.
That way it gives your teammate a clear path onto site, like this. So that's how I would smoke if I were to take mid to A. Alright? And yeah, let's move on to B site. So taking B site is really easy. You just have to smoke off market, make sure you smoke it deep, and then smoke off CT just like this.
Launching smoke.
The reason why you smoke deep like this instead of smoking out here is so that the enemy cannot work themselves through the smoke into stairs. And this way it's just a lot easier for your team and a lot less angles for enemy to play around your own smoke. You want to eliminate the possibility of them using your smokes against you. That way you smoke really shallow.
Smoke's down.
Just like this, allow you to just shoot anyone coming out of smoke and be able to take site easily. So that's how you take B from B main. A lot of times some teams like to take B from mid as well, and the way to do a good smoke for B split is to smoke off cat just like this, and then smoke off top mid and get a Sova dart in bottom mid right here. So you smoke like this, that way your team can work up market just like this, and then when you get to market you can just smoke off
Launching
DT
smoke.
like this, allowing people from B main to work out, as well as you and your team to work out from market. Another way to do smokes on offense on Ascent is also just taking full mid control. Sometimes your team want to take full mid control before they work any site specifically. And a good smoke to do to take full mid control is to smoke off cat like this, and smoke off bottom mid like this.
Launching smoke.
Right, this way you have the entire mid smoked out for your team to take, but at the same time this cat smoke right here allows you to work a 1v1 angle slowly. So you can work this angle and then you can just slowly clear the entire cat cubby like this, and then work up cat if you would like to. This is just, I just like the smoke sometimes. I used to do this a lot, but I haven't done it in a while. But it's kind of, it's like a high risk, high reward kind of thing. You're working through your own smoke. Peeking a smoke is kind of dangerous, and so that's why it's a high risk, high reward scenario. But yeah, that's how I would smoke for mid, taking mid. So on defense, let's start here on the A bomb side. Let's work from deep A main and back onto site. So a good smoke for defending A main deep is to do a one-way smoke here on this little ledge. That way you can take full A main control and you can sneak up all the way close to your smoke here and catch the enemy off guard when they try to push through your smoke later. But this is just a good smoke just to as the initial peak right here, as it puts you at an advantage when you're trying to hold that angle. Another smoke to do in A main is to do this smoke. This deeper smoke kind of gives the enemy a little, you know, it makes them guess a little more in a sense that someone's gonna be in wine, because this smoke allows someone to sneak into wine for free. And so the enemy team is usually, they might pre-fire it sometimes. I usually like to do this smoke more on pistol round because the likelihood of them pre-firing this smoke is a little less, or it just doesn't hurt as much when you're trying to sit in the smoke, which is what I do. I sit in the smoke like this. But when the enemy see the smoke, they're trying to clear wine first. So a lot of times they just walk through the back of your smoke and then they try to, you know, clear wine, and then after they clear wine, they just walk through the smoke like this onto site. And a lot of times if you were to play like me, sitting in the back of the smoke, you would see just, and especially when the drone don't see you, fly above you, the dogs just walk in front of you, you can sit right here for free. And a lot of times you just see enemy walk in front of the smoke onto site, and you can catch the people in the back kind of off guard kind of thing. So another smoke to do in A main is just to smoke off A main just like that, really standard, really shallow when they push onto site. That way if you're holding anywhere on site, it's just easier kill for you to defend when you're playing on site. Let's move on to defending cat. Defending cat, you can smoke off cat just like how you smoke off on offense. You can smoke it off like this,
launching smoke,
making it so that enemies are pretty predictable, that they're just gonna try to push out to clear that cubby first, and then clearing the rest of the cat. That way you can get an easy pick because you know what they're gonna do. Or you can smoke off like this, a little deeper, and you can, when the enemy try to push through the smoke, usually they're trying to clear this cat cubby first, and if you're just sitting here or sitting anywhere, you will catch them off guard and they have to readjust their crosshair to you. But if they push all the way through though, you can also smoke off like this. This way you can hold from tree, and when they push out, they also have to clear other angles, and they will have to readjust their crosshair to you. And you can just play anywhere holding this smoke, and they kind of won't expect you to be there. Another smoke to do, if they were to push out into the tree area, like if I'm all the way back here and I hear them stomping tree, I would smoke off here.
Launching smoke.
This way I can creep up. If the door's broken or they didn't close it, I can creep up here before the bomb comes through or something, and I can just shoot anyone that's trying to walk through here, kill them in my smoke. Or, you know, after you kill someone there, you can walk through your own smoke and then come over here and kill 4 people coming through cat potentially. Or you can even just like sneak through and then kill someone on site planting the bomb like that. So that's how I would smoke defending cat. In order to defend mid, you can smoke off tiles as well as top mid, just like this. So that helps your team to take mid control, both from bottom mid or from cat right here. if the enemy teams don't smoke you off. This way you can either decide to creep up into mid, anywhere in mid, or you know, you can just stay back and hold your own smoke. I used to do this other smoke as well for mid on Ascent. Here is that I smoke off this, and this. This way it allows me to creep up in the corner without the enemy seeing me as they drop off cat. And I can also decide to creep into Subroza here, or I can creep into tiles without them noticing. Like this, right? In here. But it's just kind of risky because you're dropping all three of your smokes off rip in mid, and it's also just a risky thing to do to be pushing mid on defense. But that's just some smokes that I have done, and it works sometimes, and it sometimes don't work. It's just very situational, and you know, you just gotta use it at your own risk, kind of thing. But smoking mid is usually good if you just smoke off one of the sight lines as your teammate holds with an op or top mid, or they hold, or if you smoke off top mid and then they hold tiles with the op, right? So another smoke for mid when defending mid to smoke good is to smoke off mid like this, right? You have the front of your smoke in line with this bench here. So if you smoke it off like this, you are able to creep up into this jump out box, and you can see anyone crossing cat. So you can hold cat from bottom mid from this
right here
box right here. But if the enemy start catching onto that and you can't hold bottom mid anymore, they dart you out or whatever, drone you out, you can hold mid from up here.
Smokes down.
You can just smoke off mid right in front of market here. You can hold from pizza, you can hold close standing there, you can hold from market. You know, this is a good smoke to do. Another smoke to do that you can use to hold from market is you can smoke off market like this. However, when I do this smoke, you just gotta make sure you comment to your teammate that there is a potential that they walk through the back of your smoke into CT. You just gotta make sure you tell that to your teammate. Hey, I'm doing this smoke, I'm gonna be holding market, but the enemy can walk into CT to hold it.
Smokes down.
So this is how I would smoke it, and I smoke like this, and I'll hold it from market. Or, you know, if you want, you can be holding from here. A lot of times the enemy team would smoke off top mid, and I would smoke it off like that and use their smoke here to creep into market, and I usually would end up behind two of them looking to hit the B bomb site. So that's how I would smoke mid on Ascent. And smoking B, so let's start out from farther away. If you want to contest B main right off the bat, you can always smoke off right here.
Launching smoke.
Molly it, whatever, and then you can use the smoke to work up to grab an orb for your killjoy if you have one on your team, and just use this to hold this smoke. You can grab the orb for free. So that would be the more aggressive B main smoke. You get control B main. Another smoke to do, just a regular smoke, is to smoke off
launching smoke
right here. And this way, you know, it just helps you defend the B bomb site. You can hold close here. As they run through, they would usually don't check right next to the smoke. So yeah, so that's it for the Ascent smoke guide. I'm gonna roll a few highlight clips of me playing around my smoke on this map. Hope this guide is able to help you better play Brim on Ascent. Peace.
Smoke's down.
I think base. Leaving. I'm coming in, stacking in.
Smoke's down.
Not in tree, so
That'll work.
Up tree. Come in, going door.
Behind you, Brim. Like wine area.
One enemy remaining.
It's just a scratch.
Did you just get 2 knife kills?
I did.
and a short kill
In the
there?
same smoke. Yes, I did. I sure did.
You will not
Open
kill
up the
my
sky.
ally.
Nice. Sit still.
Spike
Bombs
down
out,
B.
bombs out.
Launching
Watch your
smoke.
market.
Spike spotted B.
I'm holding spawn. Holding market.
30 seconds left.
Calvin, man.
They're losing heart.
Dude, I almost knifed the other. Oh, I knifed the other guy for 75. Fuck.
He smoked main.
He smoked us.
He TP'd here.
Cutting their vision.
One's somewhere on
He's
sub.
behind me in the smoke. What? Okay. Well, that's a great way to start the game.
Got him.
Incredible drone.